Framed as safety, delivered as surveillance, and results in a game of dominoes you never signed up for. The cascade of intervention means one medical step almost always triggers another, and it doesn't always start in labour, it can begin weeks earlier. And here's some examples. Growth scans that label your baby too big or too small, even though late stage pregnancy ultrasounds have about a 15% error margin in either direction. And these labels can drive unnecessary inductions. Sweeps that are offered when you're approaching your due date, even though they are 12% effective, serving to put you on the first rung of the induction ladder and the hospital timer. More scans, more tests, and more monitoring, but large reviews show that they don't reduce stillbirth or improve outcomes for healthy women. And what they do is to increase false alarms, inductions, surveillance, and surgical birth. Each step is framed as protection, but stacked together they disturb physiology and push you further from the birth you actually wanted. And here's a truth that's rarely acknowledged. Even midwife-led units and home births are not immune from medicalisation. Maternity policies travel with the staff, and your birth space can become quickly governed by protocols instead of physiology. Research is clear. Once intervention begins, it rarely stops at a single step. Continuous electronic fetal monitoring, for example, has not been shown to improve neonatal outcomes yet. It significantly increases instrumental births and C-section rates. Induction for postdates raises the likelihood of epidural and assisted delivery, and even so-called precautionary growth scans are associated with higher rates of induction and surgical deliveries without reducing perinatal mortality. So this isn't your body failing, it's well documented. Cascade, one intervention creating the conditions for the next until women find themselves far from the birth that they are prepared for. Inside my coaching program, Motherhood Untamed, I show you how to recognise the early steps of the cascade, how to hold your ground with confidence, and how to keep your birth on your terms, because birth trauma doesn't come from women's bodies all of a sudden failing. It comes from